Hi, I'm Sergeant speaking with Earthwalker Primitives. A couple months ago, probably noticed, put a little bit of a Facebook picture blog, basically of me building a permanent winter all year round shelter. It's a little bit of an update on that. First off, I will tell you that I did originally construct the frame the way I wanted it, and let that sit for a while, and it's gradually shifted too much. So that first frame was not working out for me. So we went ahead and tore that down, and me and my friend, my brother Alan, we came up with another frame, which I'll show you here in a second. And then I went away for a month, came back, and it was still standing strong, didn't shift. It's going to be pretty sturdy. And I want that. I'm not just building a temporary shelter or even something I want to stand up for just a couple of weeks. I'm actually trying to build a permanent all-weather shelter, and gradually, throughout my process of building that, which hopefully I'll be finished it within the next month or so, I'll be able to get that up and show you all its all of its parts, working parts, and how I constructed it. But I'm going to give you a little bit of a walkthrough, a little bit of an update on where we're at in the rebuild. I guess you could say this is permanent shelter number 2, attempt number 2. It's looking pretty promising, so I'm going to go ahead and give you a little bit of a tour of it. As I mentioned earlier, this is going to be a permanent structure, so I want it to be pretty sturdy. For the framework, most of this structure is going to be out of deadfall and just debris on the ground. The only green tree that I did take down was one tree for the A-frame opening part of it, as you can see, and then a tree for the ridge pole going down the back. I wanted it to be a sturdy, fresh tree. I didn't want to put some deadfall up that's going to be supporting a lot of weight and then just be too rotten and have a problem and break on me. But I do, as you see, I have a A-frame opening to the front and a ridge pole running all the way down to the back to the ground. And then probably can't see it through the bark or through the wood, but I have a Y-notch limb there propping it just to give it a little bit extra support. Now, of course, most of you are probably looking at this saying, wow, this is way too huge for a shelter. In a sense, yes, it is. For just me, this is way too big for a shelter. Obviously, for cold weather, you want that shelter to be just above your head if you're sitting up in it, just to keep all that air. But what I am constructing here is a permanent shelter for 3 to 4 people. As you can see, I got plenty of room in here for 3 to 4 people. They easily lay side by side right here to the front, stowing any gear or whatnot to the back. So this will definitely be pretty sizable for 3 people. Could definitely comfortably fit in this. And as you can see, my fire pit's right to the front, and I'm debating incorporating another smaller fire pit closer towards the opening to provide additional heat. But with 3 people in there, a small fire close by, well insulated, it's going to stay fairly warm during the winter. As you can see, I got most of the initial rib cage completed. Once again, this is all of deadfall, with the exception of those two green trees I took for the A-frame and the ridge pole. I'm constructing this solely out of deadfall. I do not want to take down any more trees in my area, just to preserve the woods intact the way they are. The great thing about me being gone all last month and coming back now, last time I was out here in this woods, it was completely green and vines and wild grapevines all over the place. But now it's autumn, full force, plenty of leaves, plenty of debris. I'm in what used to be a cedar forest, but is now a pine forest. There's plenty of pine needles to be able to insulate the floor of this shelter, and plenty of other debris and leaves also for when I put the outer layers on the shelter. My plans for that are, after I get the rib cage, as you can see, I'm getting that done now, I will also close this in with smaller branches and winding in deadfall. As you can see, there's a lot of pine deadfall I can weave in and out of this. I'm going to thatch it down below me. As you can hear the cars driving. It's on the other side of this little ravine It's a field with plenty of tall. I'm only 5'7", I'm short, so it's up to my head. So to me, that's tall grass, which I'm going to be cutting down, and we're actually going to be weaving that into mats to coat the outside to give one layer of insulation, and then after that, we're just going to make mats and basically wrap it around. It'll probably be 2 or 3 levels high, so it'll be about 3 mats on each side. Once that's on there, then we will cover this completely with debris for a second level. Actually, that'll be the 3rd level in this insulation. The second level between the thatch and the debris. As you can see, like I mentioned, this is a old cedar forest. Almost every cedar tree out here has died of some reason, and there's a lot of other trees that are gone. But this ain't one of the big ones, but there's plenty of trees where we can just easily peel off big, huge slabs. A couple of them I peeled off good 2 foot, 3 foot wide, and a couple feet long sections of bark, which we're actually going to use as a shingling for the outside. That'll be the second layer of insulation on top of that thatch. We'll then put that bark on there to give it a little bit more waterproofing, and also seal it up a little bit more, make it a lot more airtight. And then on top of that, we'll put that the debris from the ground, the typical grab whatever you can on a tarp and just pile it on there. So that'll be a very heavily insulated and waterproof shelter. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to be working on this piece by piece as much as I can when I come out here. I got to make this good. I'm going to make it last long. My wife said I better make it good because this will be my doghouse whenever I'm kicked out. So if that ever happens, I definitely do want to have a good second home, as she's calling it. So that's just a little bit of a video update from where we're at. Hopefully shortly I'll have another video update. Probably once I get all the rib cage completely done, I'll probably shoot another video to show you that. And then when we start the thatching, I'm going to be showing you, when we're putting a video up on that too, demonstrating making a loom, a thatching loom, and how to do that in a very effective manner. So I hope you like what you watch. I hope you stick with me as I build this, and keep checking me out. If you've got any questions or comments, go ahead and post them up or message them to me. So thank you for watching. So I'm speaking with Earthwalker Primitives.